So we're here in Long Beach, California, across the street from the Long Beach Convention Center where the Action on Film Festival will be taking place. We're going to be checking in about an hour to get our free swag and our tickets and things like that. It's a pretty convention center, and the ballroom seems to be huge for the award show, which we're still not sure whether or not we're going to it.
We've heard everything from the film festival isn't happening here to the film festival isn't happening until next week to, well, there's a martial arts tournament to the film festival's not happening until sometime. We seem to have it on good faith at this point that it's happening tonight, starting tonight, and to check-in's at 4, which is about a half hour away.
Beer's good. We found a place in California where you can be almost inside and smoke, so this is a luxury. Beer's good.
Yeah, we're still drinking beer, waiting to go across the street and get our free swag and check in, hopefully. 24 hours of attempting to check in, but we've got our fingers crossed this time.
It's a pretty convention center.
So maybe once specifics and have a schedule and a program of events and a location of a theater or screening room. It turns out those are fairly important when it comes to festivals.
Yesterday, when we flew in, we went to LA, and we drove into LA and we went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash West, and Brian Johnson was working the register. If you don't know who Brian Johnson is, he...
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Yeah, him. He's a part of the Fewest universe, and so I bought a hat. It's the Leonardo Reaper's hat that Randall wears.
Also your bags.
My bags?
Yeah, what happened when we got to the airport?
Oh, my bags. My bags. Well, prior to arriving at LAX, I checked 2 bags at the Delta terminal.
Note to 2 bags.
Note to bags. 2 bags. Because I was informed that I could bring 2 bags, but not be made fun of, even though I was made fun of for having 2 check bags.
Never any promises that you wouldn't be made fun of.
Check them if you want.
Yeah. Anyway, get to, what is it? Baggage? Where was that? Baggage complaints? Get the baggage complaints get handled by a very idiotic woman who was obviously having a bad day at 8 o'clock in the morning. In conclusion, I got my backpack this morning. Yay!
Where was my camera?
Oh, your camera. Oh, that's the bad thing, is that we didn't have the camera because it was in the check bag that was still in Atlanta when we landed at LAX. Talk about bad news. I ended up buying this digital camera because my other one got screwed up by the X-ray at Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. So I bought another digital camera, but that's alright. Get off the plane, go to take pictures, and everything looks screwed up. It's the camera.
So it's the day of the screening, and we screen at 9:30 p.m. tonight. We're here to catch some short films, pick a few films to watch before we screen Big Mistake. I have decided that the whole dry heat thing is true, because it is currently about 85 degrees, and it feels like it's a Georgia 70.
How did check-in and everything go?
Check-in went rather smoothly. We we got all checked in, and we got our bag of goodies, and we got our program. We didn't really meet a whole lot of filmmakers here. They were, rightfully so, getting ready to screen their own film. We went to a mixer afterwards, kind of a party to get to know other filmmakers, and there just weren't a whole lot of people there, but maybe tonight's party will be a little more populated. So the screening is going to start in about 30 minutes. We're hoping for a decent turnout. It's our first screening on the West Coast, so we'll let you know how it goes.
We are on the LA transit system, and we are heading towards 7th Metro station to go down to Wilshire Boulevard, North Hollywood, and Union Station, but we're not going there. So if we wanted to, it'd be in the same area. We're going to go back to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash because we've gotten over our need not to embarrass ourselves as fanboys and get a picture with Ryan Johnson, as well as take pictures of all the Kevin Smith movie memorabilia that are in the store. We're also meeting up with Nate or Blunty 3000 because he's going to be in town for about 12 hours on a layover at LAX, as I understand. And that's it. We're on the bus train thing.
So upon arriving at the Encounter restaurant in LAX, we find that it's undergoing renovations and is closed. So I hope that Blunty comes here anyway and we can go someplace else. Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. It's every filmmaker's dream to have their film screened at the Chinese Theater. I'm no exception. However, I think that's a ways off for me. We can, however, go see a film at the Man's Chinese Theater, which we're about to do. We're going to go see Harry Potter in DOP. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it is probably the best picture quality you can get. Few hours in Los Angeles. We're about to head back to LAX. To recap, we didn't meet with Blunty. I'm sure something happened. We don't know what yet. Extraneous circumstances, but we didn't meet him at LAX yesterday. We spent a lot of time on the train. ride I have ever taken in my life. It was in a minivan, and the driver, and I use that term loosely, the driver at one point asked us if we would be bothered if he smoked. We said no. So then rather than just kind of feel for his cigarettes or maybe even look down and feel for his cigarettes, he removed both hands from the wheel and looked down to get his cigarettes. After finding his cigarettes and swerving all over the 405, we're driving, giving him directions, and occasionally he just decides to take his hands off the wheel because he's the kind of guy that talks with his hands, even when he's driving. And for the entire trip, there has been this one song stuck in our heads, and we've been humming and whistling and dum-dumming the song, much to the detriment of the people around us. It is Popcorn by the Hot Buttered.
I've heard it to the point where I want to cry. I'm not about to do that.
Come on, Victoria.
What have you heard?
Nope.
Just once.
Nope. Can you see the crazy in my eyes?
It's not crazy.